Okay, it is good to be back. We are doing our Bible reading plan. We are in 2 Samuel. This week we're in chapters 15 through 17. And so now this week we are abiding in Christ as we're seeking to grow as disciples. So 2 Samuel chapters 15 through 17. The story begins to turn. King David's son, Absalom, who was exiled for a while because of the murder of his brother for revenge. He ends up coming back, and what we see is Absalom began to undermine good and God-ordained authority. He touches into the grievances of the people, presents himself as a better option. So chapter 15 is really probably the main chapter of this week. Verse 6 says, he begins to steal the hearts of the men of Israel from his father David. He begins to kind of woo them. And so you'll read that. And we see in verse 7, another 4 years have passed. And so this is a patient guy. But that also means it's 4 years of David not wrapping things up and doing what he should do and either bringing justice or bringing reconciliation or both. Absalom puts into place this plan to overthrow the kingdom. And David hears about it and runs away. He's king of the nation. He was beloved. He had all this power and authority, and yet he fears his son and this small group of people that were following his son Absalom, and then the fact that the hearts of the people began to be swayed. And really what we see in chapters 15 and 16 is that there are consequences to David's sinful actions. And oftentimes we don't see the consequences, and we don't experience the consequences of our sin immediately like David. But eventually we will, and eventually they come back to us. So really what I want you to focus on in chapters 15 and 17 as this narrative continues is what has David done that has led to these things? What maybe should he have done? What is it about God's character that we learn now that these consequences are hitting? And then Absalom, look at him, certainly as an example to avoid. The qualities we see in Absalom are most definitely the qualities we do not want to see in our leaders. And yet far too often those are the qualities we do experience day in and day out in people with positions of authority as they seek to do what is best for themselves and not the people. They are not just, and they lie and they deceive, and it's his charisma. It becomes a very dangerous thing as he woos the people away from the God-ordained king. So enjoy chapters 15 and 17 as we continue to abide in Christ, as we continue seeking to grow as disciples, Christ-centered disciples, and we'll see you Sunday as we get back into the Gospel of Luke during our sermons. Have a great week.